Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barça, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest on FC Barcelona as usual. We are going to start with right back Sergino Dest. It has been reported that manager Xavi is absolutely delighted with the 21-year-old Barcelona defender despite a slow start. We are going to be discussing much on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, we are going to be talking about Ousmane Dembele, as it has been reported that Premier League giants Manchester United are planning for a bossman move for the 24-year-old in the summer. We are going to be discussing on that report as well. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do well to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. It is no secret that Sergino Dest had some struggles early on in the tenure of manager Xavi Hernandez. The 21-year-old was unable to grasp the tactical demands of the manager, which prompted the coaching staff to put him under special training. Nevertheless, with his fitness problems coupled with the acquisition of Dani Alves, it looked like Dest's time at Camp Nou could come to an end before the next season starts. The US men's national team star has been attracting a lot of interest from clubs in Italy, but there may be a chance that Dest stays put at Barcelona beyond the ongoing campaign. Indeed, during the live telecast of Barcelona's match against Sevilla on Sunday night, ESPN journalist Moy Lawrence claimed that Xavi has been absolutely delighted with Dest and the improvements he has shown of late. The ESPN correspondent even went on to make a big claim that Xavi was ready to hand the former Ajax right back a start in the Clásico against Real Madrid prior to the international break. However, the defender's injury in the game before that put paid to those plans. Dest has not had it easy since coming to Barca from Ajax in 2020. While he played regularly under Ronald Koeman during his debut season, the 21-year-old never really looked convincing enough. Things got much worse for him once Xavi took over last year, but credit goes to him for toughing it out, applying himself and making improvements to his game to an extent that the manager is now delighted with him. But it remains to be seen if it leads to a prolonged stay at the Camp Nou. For Dest, especially considering that Barcelona are planning to sign Nusser Mazraoui from Ajax on a free transfer in the summer. Dest have been showing a lot of improvements of late, to be honest, since Xavi came. Because honestly speaking, before Xavi came, Dest was not really that convincing. Of course, he was not the right back that can fit into Barca's system. But when Xavi came, we quite remember Xavi made it open to the media that Dest lacks something. He lacks positional play. Dest is not that level that he requires a right back to be in a team that the Xavi wants. And of course, we were getting reports how Xavi staff have gone, they're taking Dest to some special tactical training, to mold up the player to be the way that Xavi himself would like. And behold, Dest is improving a lot. And guess what? It's all because of manager Xavi Hernandez. And, we see a good coach from the way he improves players. You are not just a good coach by coming and coaching in the match and player play in their own abilities. If they don't play well, you bench them. If they play well, all good and fine. But we can see that Xavi himself, he brings what he likes in the player. He creates what he likes in the player. He changes player. Of course, we can see how he manages the team. He manages the players. Dest is now very good. And of course, the transfer speculations that were talking about Dest leaving Barcelona potentially next summer, those things have really cooled down. Even though they are not seasoned, there are still some reports saying that Barca might still cash in on him because Nusser Mazraoui is coming. But I still very much think that Barca will consider keeping Sergino Dest because he is very, very reliable. Of course, with Dani Alves not able to play at the Europa League, Dest have been the one playing at the Europa League, and he has not been bad. Dest has been good. And it's all thanks to manager Xavi Hernandez. So with this report now saying that Xavi is really delighted with Sergino Dest, I think it is good news, not for the player only, but for all of us, because seeing how the manager is developing the players and, seeing how the players are improving under his tutelage, it's really, really interesting to see. And the player, making Xavi to be delighted, that tells you a lot. And I think that Sergino Dest, if he keeps, improving his game, of course, he still has some things that he can improve to be that perfect right back that Barcelona won. Of course, all this while Barca have been looking for a Dani Alves replacement since Dani Alves initially left Barca back in 2016, but Barca have not succeeded. We quite remember Nelson Semedo came, things are not working out really. Semedo was sold to Wolves. Sergio Roberto have been playing that right back for most part of the absence of Dani Alves, but Sergio Roberto is not a traditional right back, and of course he cannot be that perfect right back that Barca cherished to have. That's why Barca went for Sergio Dest, but not that too convincing last season. But recently we have been seeing a lot of improvement, and hopefully he keeps getting better and better. Then on to the next story of discussion. Ousmane Dembele is gearing up for a crucial summer ahead. After a much controversial January transfer window, the Frenchman has produced exemplary performances, turning the whistles into applause. Dembele's return to form has significantly increased his value while compelling Barcelona to restart talks over a potential contract extension. However, Barca are set to face the tough task of keeping hold of Dembele, whose contract expires at the end of the season. The winger remains a target for a host of top European clubs, and according to FeatureJets, Manchester United are no exception. The report suggests the Red Devils are planning a Bosman move for the 24-year-old in the summer. The club's hierarchy believe Dembele has what it takes to improve the ranks at United and give Cristiano Ronaldo the desired service up front. The renewed interest from Manchester United could make things trickier for Barcelona in their hopes of keeping the Frenchman. Barca are convinced Dembele wants to remain at the Camp Nou, but they will still need to put together a lucrative offer in order to compel the player to prolong his stay at the club. Along with Man United, Arsenal too are preparing a bumper offer for the former Borussia Dortmund starlet. So it is up to the player to decide his fate come the end of the season. Fortunately for Barcelona, the club's hierarchy has already started their preparation for life without Dembele. Rafinha appears to be the desired replacement for the Frenchman due to his unrivaled success at Leeds United and ability to provide creativity and trickery out wide. Various reports suggest Rafinha wants to join the Camp Nou next season, though Leeds United's reported €75 million asking price could be a potential obstacle for a Barcelona side open to sacrificing up to 4 players in order to lower the transfer valuation. Ousmane Dembele's situation is still very tricky, but when we look at how sensational, how amazing that talent of Ousmane Dembele is at the moment, you can't blame Barca for doing all they can to make sure that pen to paper is materialized. Honestly speaking, even those who were like, Dembele, you can leave, we don't need you. You guys, I bet you, everybody wants Dembele to stay. Oh my god, I can just imagine how yesterday he felt when he was leaving, when Xavi substituted him, against Sevilla yesterday. And of course, the applause around the Camp Nou was incredible. Incredible. What a change of scenery. What a change of story. That's the very player some few months back. He was being whistled, he was being jeered, he was being booed. Change of story. He proves it on the pitch. And now we can see that Barcelona are doing all they can to make sure they come to a middle ground with the agents of Dembele, which I very much think Laporta and his board will do so. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please endeavor to do so you always stay in touch with the latest on FC Barcelona. Yeah, on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.